Hey guys, 2.0 Spiral Abyss recently just got updated with the new Inazuma update, and I wanted to ask how you guys are doing on floor 11 and floor 12. For me personally, I felt that floor 11 was a little bit on the easier side of things, and floor 12, I underestimated it for sure. There are a lot of tanky enemies on Chamber 1. The Ruin Sentinels and stuff on Chamber 3 was also giving me a hard time, but I wanted to make this video mainly about Floor 11, Chamber 3, and I wasn't originally going to upload a video or a guide talking about this, but I had a lot of people come in and ask me, hey Envy, can you please make a guide for Floor 11 -3? I'm having difficulties with the Cryo Hypostasis or the Pyro Hypostasis, so I wanted to more so give you guys my point of view and what I've done, maybe just go through my thoughts, my thought process, and what I did to try and optimize as much time and damage as I possibly could to try and clear 2 of them within 3 minutes. So I'm hoping anything that I say right now will help you guys out. If you guys do find this video helpful or informative, please do give it a thumbs up. It does help with the YouTube algorithm, and consider subscribing as well if you want to catch more uploads, more guide videos like this. Also comment down below if you guys do want me to upload a guide for the entire floor 12. Even though it was a pain, I can probably talk some strategies, my thought process, who I optimized, prioritized, my rotations, and where I ended up going and stuff like that. So let me know, and I hope you guys don't struggle on this abyss as much as I did. Okay, first half of Chamber 3, bring your Pyro characters, is going to be up against the Cryo Hypostasis. And now the very first attack that this Cryo Hypostasis will do will turn into a wheel and go at you. He'll vroom around the map about 3 times. 1, 2, 3, you can iframe through it, but that wastes a lot of time. 13 seconds already went by before I can start doing damage. So let's repeat that. Let's reset. If you go to a corner of the map and he starts doing that attack at the very beginning, he runs into the wall. He'll stop right there. You can immediately start doing damage, and that only took like, what, 10 seconds to do or something, right? So just keep that in mind. For the very first initial attack, you always want to make sure you run to a corner of the map, probably behind him. It's probably the closest one, or wherever he goes off to, right there he went to the left side. We automatically go into a wall and he stops. He doesn't really get that far. 10 seconds, we save like 3, 4, 5 seconds or something, and then we can start doing damage. So right here I have Lisa on my team comp because I'm going to be shredding defense from him while my Amber and my Shangling do the most damage. If you guys are wondering why I'm using this team comp, normally whenever the Abyss resets, I run it with just the 7 characters in the game to see how many stars we can possibly get. In your case, you probably want to run maybe a Bennett. Bennett is probably a better Pyro character for this because you can constantly keep proccing those melt reactions. It's probably a lot harder than my Amber was doing right here. I would also recommend bringing a shield user. So in this case, I have Noel. You could probably bring like a Diona. And then this final phase right here, if you hug the boss, as you can tell right now, I'm right next to him. I'm hugging him. I use a shield character. Those little cryo orbs are going to be right next to him. It's not going to spread out so far around the map and you have to chase after it. I have a shield just in case those light or ice shards do end up hitting me and it tries to stagger me. But you want to make sure that whenever he's in that final phase, the regeneration phase, hug the boss. You'll end up sending those cryo orbs really close by, and you can just charge attack all 3 of them in one succession and not have to worry about the second wave going through. And now on the second half right here, Hypostasis Pyro, I do want to advise bringing a Barbara. It doesn't matter about your damage or your level for Barbara. Everyone has a Barbara. Bring a Hydro Catalyst user, so Barbara or Mona, anyone that you possibly have, so you can keep auto-attacking the Pyro Hypostasis down to extinguish that. He's going to go into the extinguished phase right here. And now there's only like a small window that you have. Immediately after, he'll come back somewhere on the map. You have a very small window to work with to try and do some damage. So right here, as you can tell, I ended up wasting my Kaya ult. That could bought me like 4 seconds of time. But the good thing about Barbara being a Hydro Mage is one tap on those little orbs around those Pyro orbs will immediately stop him from trying to reignite. That's what you want to try and work for. And during this phase right here, you can also regenerate energy. So there's a lot of invulnerability happening. A lot of invulnerability. So right here, he's going to shield up. You could technically, like say hypothetically, I could use Kaya, hit E, and then get some cryo orbs, cryo particles, try and regenerate my ult back. And then I will probably have it back again before he is vulnerable and I can do more damage. So just keep that in mind if you feel like he is stalling and he's wasting a lot of time and you're not able to get any energy particles. you can still hit him and do damage while he's in this invulnerability period, and you'll still get some energy back, and you can try and set up your ultimates for that small short window. If you do have a Hydro Mage, you could probably do some more damage during that phase. I talked about trying to get a DPS Barbara and stacking her with the Heart of the Depths to do more Hydro damage. Maybe stack some like attack artifacts, Hydro damage artifacts. I'm trying to think of maybe like Dodoko Tails R5 or something. But that was basically it. Those were the 7 characters of me going through. It was pretty simple, straightforward. You know, Pyro versus the Cryo Hypostasis, Hydro and Ice, whatever, versus the Pyro Hypostasis. But there was a few little strategies I did there, such as hugging the Cryo boss and making sure I go to a wall to save more time, as well as optimizing my damage on the second half for the Pyro guy with Geo main character who does a lot of damage. You guys got to really invest in that Geo main character, and Barbara to extinguish the Pyro Hypostasis as quickly as possible and to break those orbs during that reignite phase. Third attempt, 7 characters, 3 or 9 stars on all. Now we can prepare for the final stage. These are the builds that we ended up using for the Spiral Abyss. These are the 7. Stats right here, 59, 152, 116 energy recharge, level 90. The new 4-star craftable, refinement rank 1, level 90. 2-piece gladiator, archaic Petra, 2-piece each. There's the feather or flower, feather, sands, goblet, crit. We have Constellation 6. Talents are 6, I think 8, 688 right there. Shangling, 40, 116, kind of copium, 146 energy recharge. Rocking the new craftable weapon as well. The spear, level 90. Crimson and a gladiator, 2-piece each. Probably would swap out the gladiator for noblesse though. Working with what we got here, so you can tell that the artifacts aren't the best. Flower, feather, hourglass, goblet, circlet. Constellation 1, or no, Constellation 0, apologies. When I do these testings, I don't activate the constellations, just so it's more relatable, I suppose, right? 888 for the talents. Kaya, level 90, 51, 113, 145 energy recharge. Iron Sting, R1, Noblesse and a Blizzard. We have feather or flower, feather, sands, goblet, circlet, copium. Constellation 0, of course, even though we have one. 788. Barbara. I mean, it's Barbara, right? Stats are going to look all over the place. 61, prototype Amber. I just mainly use her for healing. So anything to give me some healing. 17, 12, 12, 12, 16. As long as she can keep us alive, she's doing her job, you know? And we're almost at C6, but C0 for the showcase. 676. Noel. 68, 102. Pretty low, I'd say. White Blind. I'm only rocking a 1-piece gladiator. I didn't actually know that when I was going through. I thought I had a 2-piece, 4-piece set on her, but okay. Rocking this, that, defense, geo, and crit. Like I said, this is all scuffed. These are scuffed builds. C0 and 687. Lisa. 40, 69, 213. We're using her just for energy recharge build, so rocking that new catalyst. And popping a 4-piece noblesse to give my party a boost, as well as defense shred because of her ultimate. Energy recharge, electro damage bonus, crit, Constellation 0, 688, and then Amber, 27, 170. Favonius bow for the energy particles, 4-piece wanders if I'm going to go for a charge attack. However, I wasn't really doing that, so probably should have gone noblesse on her as well. Sands, goblet, and crit. Constellation 0 and 667. And there it is. That is the 7 characters using the craftable weapons from the blacksmith or whatever is guaranteed. I think early on at Adventure Rank 10, you get a quest to do the Favonius. So if anyone's trying to leave a comment about that. Favonius Warbow you do get at AR 10 for free for just completing a story quest. I just wanted to quickly clarify, the Favonius bow was footage from me clearing floor 12. For floor 11, the Hypostasis, I used prototype Crescent. But that was it. That was all the builds with our scuffed setup. And surprisingly, all of that was able to get 30 stars. So I'm relatively happy with that. You know? Assuming you didn't wish at all in the game. You were playing the game, you didn't wish at all, not one time. Yeah, 30 stars. That's a lot of Primo gems you can profit. 30 stars. That's a lot of primos. That's a lot of primos. So not bad. Not bad at all.